Welcome back to One Man and 5 Acres. I'm Trent. Today, we're going after some skids, or some people call them pallets. We call them skids around here. But we're going to go pick some of those up and get them loaded up and get them back here and unload them. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with them. All right. Got these skids loaded up, or pallets, whatever you want to call them. Those two there were extremely heavy. I didn't think I was going to be able to get them back here, but they were too long for the trailer. So, got them all in there. There's a pile left here at this place. They usually let you, they put them out, people grab them up, they usually burn them or whatever. I'm going to use them for hog pens. That's what I'm going to build out of them anyway. So, yeah, let's get back to the house. All right, we're going to get this tractor started up. I'm gonna go out there and drop the bucket inside here in the shop here. There we go. Got her running good. All right. Go out here and undo this bucket. That's what I was doing the other day. Got the tires done. All right. Then we got the bucket off of there. There we go. There we go. Now we can go and get those skids off that we just picked up. Go get the fork attachment hooked up to it, and we will get these skids off the truck that we just picked up. I think I just said that. So get those off of there, get them set over here. The reason why I mentioned earlier that we were picking these up is we're going to use them for hog. I'm going to build little hog shelters out of them because we're going to be getting hogs here soon. And so I'm going to use the wood to get those. There we go. All right. We're going to take the wood and we're going to use those to get hog shelters built out of them. And this is a cheap way of building shelters or hog huts for the hogs so that they so I don't have to spend a whole lot of money on building materials for the hogs. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set those down. There we go. Go out there and lock that in so it don't move on me. There we go. And I'll probably spread these, yeah. Spread these apart. Should be able to get underneath those. We'll try anyway. There we go. Move this one here. Get a pretty good wide stance on those. Lock those down. Should be able to get a hold of them. Without messing up my pickup truck. That's what we're going to try anyway. Alright. But yeah, anything that saves me money on building materials for the hogs is the way to go. So let's see if we can't slide that back a little bit. Without messing up my pickup. I think I'm going to do that. We won't do this. I'm not really into messing with my stuff. There we go. Now if I can just get this up enough to where I can get underneath this one here. Kind of pull it to the side a little bit. Come on. Come with me. There it goes. Yeah, it's still kind of catching. I don't know why. I don't know what it's catching on. It's definitely catching on something. I think I see what it's catching on now. Just drop it off right there. The only reason I'm trying to get them off this way is because they're extremely heavy. I got them in there, but it was not. It wasn't fun trying to get them in there. And the way they're angled, I was hoping I could get it to where I could just, you know, kind of get a hold of it enough to pull it up and out of there, so to speak. But it's catching on the other side of that wood right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull them out by hand and set it up there on the side to where I can kind of grab a hold of it with the forks, I think. Alright, last one. Should have just done this in the first place. That one was, it was hard to get out of the back of the truck. So, should have just put these together like this in the first place and grabbed a hold of it. Kind of like this. And just drug this thing out. And let it fall on the ground. Like, just like that. Because that other one, I had to pick it up and then try to put it on the forks and grab it. And that was very sketchy. And, well, I was afraid it was going to fall and smash into the truck. However, it did not do that. But it would have made it some good content for YouTube. I wouldn't have been very happy, but hey, that would just mean free just became more money for me to spend. The pallet forks don't quite cover this very well either. However, I need to flip it over. So, but anyway, yeah, I should have just done that in the first place. It would have made it a lot easier. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear, but the steering wheel has a squeak in it. It's kind of been there for a little bit. Starting to get a little louder, I guess I would say. Not really annoyed by it, but I don't know if you guys hear it. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It ain't bothering me. It really don't bother me, but it's just, I know it's there. You know, I should have just left it on the forks the way it was. This pallet's not really designed for forks all that well. It's made for a different type of forklift to pick those up. I got some dirt on my forks. There we go, got them off. So I'm going to kind of pick this up at a weird angle and should pick it up. We'll see here in a minute. So I'll pick it up on an offset at an angle here. And I totally missed it. Should be able to, there we go. Got it. All right, didn't break nothing. We're doing really good. At least we didn't break nothing yet. Got some pretty good sized projects coming up here soon. One of the projects I got coming up is my camper. My camper sprung a leak in the roof, and we didn't know that it was leaking for the longest time because it was put up. And it sits outside the majority of the time, but we did not know that it was leaking. We went to go to use it, and we found that it was leaking out of the roof, and it had been sitting for about 2 years. Really hadn't messed with it. And then so we went and was doing getting ready to use it because we were going to go on vacation with it. And I found that the roof had leaked, and when it did so, I think that's where I want that. Yeah, that'll work. So we went to go to use it, and I found that it had been leaking. Well, those things, all they have is, they're just particle board, basically, that they put them together with in the floor. Well, that soaked up all the water in the back corner of, here, I'll just show you. Basically, where the tarp goes down at, on the rear end, that whole back end, it rotted the whole floor out. It's super soft. I won't even step on it. And we're going to pull that into the shop, and we're going to take the whole back half, or this back quarter of the camper off, and we're going to redo it. And we're going to make some changes and stuff to it. That's going to be a video coming up here soon. Well, it's not going to be soon. It's going to be probably several different segments long. A little here, a little there. Just kind of, the tear out of it. And then, putting it back together, and then the finished product. So I'm not going to bore you guys with it completely, but we're going to, I'll show a little bit of it as we're going and stuff like that. And, but yeah, we're going to make some changes in there. It's got 2 bunk beds. We're going to take the bunk beds out of it. We don't need them anymore. All of my kids have grown. I do have grandkids, but they're not really usable. I mean, they're usable, but we never really liked them. So we're going to make that whole back end, we're just going to make that the bathroom. And so it would sleep 8 people comfortably. So now we're just going to drop it down to 6. So, which is perfect, because mainly it's probably just going to be me, my wife, maybe grandkids every now and then. So we're just going to, instead of buying a new camper, we're just going to fix that one. It's going to be a lot cheaper. So anyhow, get over here and so I've got a pile of skids, and I've been pricing hogs for a minute now, trying to get prices on them, see how much they're going for and stuff. And get this tractor turned around here, shut it down. So all that wood right there, some of it looks kind of beat up, some of it is, some of it's not. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use that to build, all that wood is free wood for me. We're going to use that to build the little hog houses out in the field where I'm going to put the hogs. So I still have to get the fencing and the T-posts and stuff. I got most of the T-posts. My dad is supposed to be bringing up some stuff, some wood posts that we're going to use in the corners and stuff like that. And then I got to get gates and stuff. But that's what we're planning on doing. Let me get the camera flipped around here. There we go. That way everybody can see me. So we're going to do that. We're going to take, and out there where I had the second garden, where it was like a 60 by 60 area, I'm going to expand that a little bit, and we're going to still have the 60, but we're going to go out probably another 25, 30 feet out. And we're going to do that, and we're going to add that up, and I'm going to make it to where there's locks, so I can separate hogs, and I can separate the boar from the hogs, and from the females. I'm going to get 2 gilts and 1 boar hog. That's how we're going to start it all out. I was looking for 2 Yorkshire hogs, because they've got a long belly, and I was looking at getting a Hampshire hog for the boar, because all 3 of those hogs get super big. And I'm looking for meat, but I'm not looking for pedigree or this or that. We're looking for meat. That's all we're looking for. That's kind of the way I was wanting to go, but when you start going into the Yorkshire, Hampshire stuff, everybody wants $1 million for them, because they're breeding them for the breed, or they've got a bloodline or whatever it is. I'm not after that. So I'm going to have to draw back on what I'm doing and just find a good meat hog and get them on there. The hogs that I found were 85 bucks, or they were 85 pounds, but they wanted $200 for them. And so we've been looking around, and my dad found hogs that are pretty much close, just to feed hogs. He found them for 80 to $100 from down where he's at in Tennessee. So we're going to go that route and get 2 gilts, and then I'll look around here and see if I can find a boar. A lot of people have they've done cut the boars, and so they're not intact, and we got to so I'm going to have to probably call around and see if somebody's got one that they haven't cut yet, and so that's where I'm at out right now. But here pretty soon we're going to start putting fence up and stuff like that. I kind of want to do it when the spring's starting to come on with the hogs. That way I don't have to run any electric out there to supply some heat. I know that if you put a bunch of straw out there, hogs will bury themselves in it and they'll stay just fine. They'll be warm, but I want to have electric out there because it gets cold up here. Right now it's February. And today's the 10th. This is February 10th. And it's 60 degrees out. Normally February, we're in the 30s, low 20s, sometimes down into the teens. And and we usually get snow or something this time of the year. But this year's really weird. But they said next week they're supposed to be calling for a bunch of colder weather, get back down where we're supposed to be, but I'll take this weather any day. It's been really, really nice. There was a short burst where we got some snow and we got down into the single digits, and it was really cold. But that was only like a week and a half, and then it's bounced back up into the 40s and 50s, and like yesterday it was 60, 62, 64 degrees. And today it was in the 60s. So I don't know exactly where it was at, but when I was in the pickup truck, it said it was 62. So they're calling for rain, and they're calling for snow on Monday. And today's Saturday the 10th. So I mean, some crazy weather, but this is typical Ohio weather. So it's always up and down. We get some crazy weather here. Always have, probably always will. But that's what we're gearing all this wood up for. I'm stockpiling it up. Here in the next couple months, I will start taking all the panels and stuff off the skids, breaking these things down, and start building little pig houses. And that way that they have shelter out there. And yeah, when I get going on there, I'll show you guys how I'm going to do everything. I want to do the area that I'm going to keep them. I'm going to do it all in one shot. That way I don't have to mess with it anymore. And they got decent sized runs, so they can move around a little bit. And then I'm going to have so I'm going to have 4 areas. The areas for the gilts will be bigger. So once they're bred, then we'll have, and they have their litters. I'm going to have another section where when those 2 females have their litters and they get weaned off, and I'll wean them off, I'm going to move them over to a whole area by themselves. And that way they're there. And then when I want to breed again, all I got to do is open 2 panels, and he can go over there with them, and then I'll just open it up to where it's open between all 3, and they can all 3 take that whole area back and forth. And then when he's bred them again, then I'll just close the doors, and the females will be separated, and the boar will be back over where he belongs. So that way, all I got to do is open doors, and they're evenly spaced in between each walkway. The walkway I'm going to have in there. That way all I have to do is swing 2 gates, open one in the middle, and they're all together. And I don't have to mess with it no more after that. So I'm going to make it as efficient as possible. That way it just works better. And then I am going to eventually run some electricity out there, just so I can have some light out there. And we need electric out there for water troughs and stuff, because in the wintertime it'll freeze up. So that way I can heat the water troughs, and I don't have to worry about none of that. But I'm rambling on here pretty good. I've been trying to get this stuff done, and had a lot going on, but we're trying to get things done around here, and hopefully we'll get it all done. Yeah, we'll see how this all goes. But if you like my content and everything, I wish you guys smash that thumbs up and subscribe, share them with your friends, leave a comment. Love to hear from y'all. Let me know what it's doing in your area, where you guys are from, and stuff like that, and I'll try to get back to y'all. But until then, I'll see you on another one. Y'all have a good one. Bye.